Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I know it's been a while. Lots of things have been going on. I've moved out of my full-time house. Well, me and the wife did. We now live in this motorhome, which I renovated myself, so I've been very busy with that. We've been doing it nearly a year now. I still gig and all that kind of thing, but just lately I've been having a calling, if you like, to reignite some of the guitar stuff for the guitar for this channel, my guitar channel. I haven't been doing a lot of stuff, RE guitars and things, because I just haven't had the space and I haven't had the time to do any guitar builds or renovations or anything like that. And Guitars for All, which is the charity I used to run, has been dormant as well. So I'm thinking of getting that started again, because it was a good thing. We were donating guitars to people that needed guitars, which involved me buying second-hand guitars and doing them up and passing them on, and people like yourselves donating stuff to me to be able to do that. And some people did benefit obviously from having a nice shiny instrument when they couldn't afford one, and starting their music journey, if you like. So I'd like to do that again, but at the moment I'm in my van obviously, and I'm gonna be looking at this. There is a video on this. This is a Lindo Blue Dove, I think it is. But there is a video on this. I'll put it up in the thing. You can have a check it out where I did a full review of this. But I recently pulled this out of the lockup, because now I have to have a lockup and where most of my gear is. Because my trusty little black one, which is my Yamaha APX-T2, is getting very, very tired. And I remembered I had this, and I thought that was a really nice guitar, and I never really played it. But because it's been in the lockup, it's a little bit dirty, and the strings need looking at, so I'm just going to clean it up and then have a little play and see what it's like. Not sure what the pickup's like in it. It's a piezo underbridge jobby, piazzo, however you want to pronounce it. But I may install a new pickup in it, or I don't know yet, take the pickup system out of my Yamaha and put it in this, because out of all the guitars I've ever owned and do own, my Yamaha APX-T2 is the best sounding acoustic when plugged in that I've ever had. So I might see if I can whip the pickups out of that, because I think it's time, or it's getting close to time, to put him to bed. Very worn out. I've done a fret job on it twice and it's getting very tired. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, the strings are looking, where it's been in the lockup, it's getting a bit rusty. The strings have gone rusty. But this guitar is in pretty good shape actually. It just needs a good old clean up. We've put some strings on. Unfortunately I don't have a B and an E. I only found these. I need to go buy some more strings. But being in a van, it's hard to get deliveries, and my local music shop, well, my old local music shop, has shut down. These are just cheapy Harley Benton ones, but they're actually alright. But of late I've been using Elixirs, but these are all I've got knocking around at the moment. So I'm just gonna, which will replace these ones at least. I mean, the top two are okay, but these rusty ones here, I'll get rid of those. But what's interesting about this guitar is it's got a metal locking nut, which would have been for a Floyd Rose system. It doesn't have the locking bits, but I suppose you could, because they're there, you could lock the strings down, but there's not really any point in that. It does hold its tune quite well, this guitar. But what this does, it does add to the tone a little bit. It gives it a bit of a, I don't know, like a sparklier top end, weirdly, which I quite like. I'm not sure that if Lindo do that anymore with their more recent ones, as this is an early one. I'm not sure what year it's from. But it's called a Purple Dove, actually, even though it's blue. Purple Dove Pro 3, there you go. Like I say, there is a video up about it on my channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to have a little play. And then at the next gig, I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like for a few numbers. Maybe set it up on a different channel to my Yamaha, and then just see what it's like, really. I'm not sure if the truss rod needs adjusting or anything like that. I think it's okay. I did have a little play on it yesterday and it felt okay, so even though it's been in storage. And you know what it's like when the temperatures change and things like that. I don't have any tools here. This is the thing. This is the problem with me living in a van. I have no tools, so I need to get myself like a kit I can use within the van, like a soldering iron and some screwdrivers and some and bits and bobs for doing frets and things. I mean, these frets are all looking tarnished. Luckily, I did find some T-cut. So which means I can polish these frets and maybe some scratches on the guitar as well. Really good stuff for frets. I use that all the time. Don't know what you use, let me know in the comments. You can buy actual stuff for it, of course. So obviously I've had to keep these top two on, so I'll just loosen them off a bit so I can get under them. Obviously with it having a metal nut, there's no nut work. There's no nut work to do. So we'll just push them aside. Even though this T-cut is grey, but we should be alright. And we can just give them a schmoodle. Yeah, the frets on this aren't too bad condition either. I don't think this guitar's been used all that much. But this is one of the ones that I acquired. It was given to me amongst some other guitars for the charity. And the guy that gave me some, well, I actually bought a guitar off a guy for the charity, and he said, oh, might as well have this as well. And it was in a right old state, and I thought, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And I cleaned it up, and it's actually really good, and I decided to keep it because at the time I was like in need of another acoustic. But what's good is when I did this van renovation, I put this big worktop in here because Mrs H, the wife, wanted as much work surface as possible for cooking, and just so happens it perfectly fits. It's the perfect size to fit a guitar on, so I can do work on guitars, but like I say, I'm a little bit limited with space. Although I do have a lockup, so I can keep stuff in there and then just drag stuff out as I need. But being on location a lot of the time, in different locations, I'm not always near the lockup, but a bit of forward planning will be fine. So there you go, look, nice polish. Breathes new life into a guitar, doesn't it? I think it's quite a pretty guitar. I love the fretboard inlays. They're really nice. It's got this kind of setup here, EQ. With a tuner, obviously, and the outputs are down here, and you've got a balanced one, and your normal jack with a square battery, 9-volt battery job. But overall, it's not in terrible. I mean, the back's a bit got some buckle rash and stuff going on, but you've got this kind of nice finish on the neck. Quite like that. It's got some dings and stuff, but I think, yeah, it could be my next workhorse. Providing I can get a good sound out of it plugged into the PA system. But let's have a listen acoustically, shall we? Yeah, the action is pretty alright actually. I don't think it needs any adjustment anywhere. I don't like the look of the EQ system. The brown doesn't really work, but you know, I'm not really that bothered. But I mean, it does have a nice bright sound to it. I don't know if you can capture that. I'm on a mobile phone. I don't have a studio set up in here, although I will be looking at doing some kind of mini studio setup. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to do that, and then I can use proper mics and things. But we're just on the phone at the moment. But yeah, cool little guitar, and I'll try it at a gig for sure. Now I just got to try and figure out where to put it. It won't fit there. Can't go 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 there. Won't fit anywhere. Ah, Biscuit, what are we going to do with this thing? Who knows? Anyway, if you're interested in the van life situation, then I do have another channel, very small at the moment, but growing steadily, which is all about the van life with this van and my daughter as well, who has her own van. We renovated 2 vans, and she has her own channel as well. I'll put links in the description if you're interested in that kind of thing. Then you can follow us on our adventures and all that, and watch the van builds and all that stuff. So that'd be really cool. If there's any ideas people have, because I'm out of ideas a little. Anything you want to see on this channel, I will do my best to do that for you, bearing in mind I'm limited on space. But I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and set up some kind of studio situation in here, with my laptop and interface, microphones and things like that, that can be tucked away nice and neatly, but got to really easily, if that makes sense. Anyway, peace till next time. I used to say that, didn't I? God bless you. See you in the next video.